That session. I just find those sessions so incredibly inspiring, and to know that these guys that are achieving amazing things have really fucking rough days, right? It's not easy. And one thing that we definitely don't want to do at South Summit is glamorize entrepreneurship, right? It's really freaking hard. Really, really, really hard. And that's why actually most of us, me included, I'm not an entrepreneur. I'm a freaking cheerleader. I worship these people because I really, really admire what they do, and I buy into their cause. But these guys are incredible. These women and young people and older guys changing their careers, achieving incredible things. And what I think is really important as well is that sometimes I see in this startup environment, you know, it's all about, well, I worked 12 hours today. No, well, I worked 16. I worked 14. I don't care. It's about what you're actually achieving, where you're going, right? And it's not like, oh, I'm suffering more than you. No, let's celebrate the successes, right? And focus on what we're doing. And it is a marathon. And as Alex was saying, it's very often a marathon of sprints. So if you're not physically, emotionally, well, rested, balanced, right? I think you can find entrepreneurs in a dangerous place, right? And that's why I'm so glad to have this segment and really excited about the next speaker to talk a little bit about balance, right? About what's the psychological fitness that we need as entrepreneurs, as sports people, as people trying to do something big and make a difference. We need to be in the right frame of mind. And Liliana just mentioned that at the end there as well, which is super important. You could be physically top of your game, but if you're not top of your game here, it might not work out so well for you. So I'm so excited to introduce our next speaker, which is Reg Lenney. Reg, can you join me on the stage, please?
Awesome. Amazing. Powerful. Best of the best. A true healer. He works with some of the most famous A-list celebrities, including movie stars, singers, industry leaders, pro athletes, and numerous royal families, who have all learned the extreme importance of maintaining a very high level of mental and physical performance. We ensure you have the right balance in your life, so you not only maintain your master of the universe status with the world, but also to maintain your superhero status in the eyes of your children and your partner. You have the choice right now to live the life you want to and need to in order to keep what you have and enjoy the time, health, and energy to do what you want now and long into the future. You are among the chosen few who are about to meet the highest rated vital coach and lifestyle consultant on the planet. It's time to naturally enjoy higher levels of natural energy, taking you from good to extraordinary. Reg Lenney, the multi-award-winning executive coach and lifestyle consultant, the best in the business, and the health concierge.
Thank you. Muchas gracias. In Madrid. We're all looking at some amazing people that have been on the stage here in the last couple of days. We take notes, we spend our time, we spend our energy, we spend our money to listen to other people, what they've done, what they've accomplished, and how we can improve our brands. How do we create a powerful personal brand? Do we even think about that? I've had the opportunity to talk to a lot of very interesting people over the last couple of days here. I've met quite a few. I noticed a lot of popular faces in the audience asking, why are you here? You've spent your money, you've spent your time, and you come here on this particular day just like other events that you've gone to. And you listen and you invest. But what do you do when you go home with that information? Are you putting it into practice to becoming the best version of yourself possible? There's many different aspects of being the best version of yourself. How do we live at the peak performance? We watched a number of the professional sports stars here earlier. Peak performance is key in all aspects. I've met investors here, I've met sports athletes here, I've met entrepreneurs. But the key is being the best version of yourself in all of these aspects. Doesn't matter what your job title is, doesn't matter what your business card says. People are going to look at you for the power that you have. And the mixed messages that we're always faced with, are we supposed to be sexy as men or women? Are we supposed to be tough in the business place? How do I get people to notice me? And what's the most important thing that I can be doing on a daily basis to get people to really understand who I am? Do you ever ask yourself, who am I really? Or do you get stuck into the vortex of doing what you think you should do and how you think you should be doing it? There is a magic key to absolute success in all areas of your life. There are true and powerful ways to becoming the best version of yourself, and it's more than just education. And there's nothing that you will learn that is more powerful than being the true version of yourself. Think about that for a minute. We're always taught we need to wear masks, and we have to pretend to be somebody at different times, different places, in our career, in our life. But are you really being you? Are you allowing the power of yourself to shine, to be that best version of yourself? There's a lot more to being than to just be something. Watch
if I were a young
quick.
woman now, not sure how I'd cope.
With all the things that you have, the opportunities, the technology, I'd like to think it could be a world of pleasure.
But I fear instead it would only be a world of pressure. Pressure to be the perfect mother, the perfect wife, the perfect friend.
Pressure to be successful, a boss, a leader.
If I had my time again, I wouldn't create a to-do list. I'd create a to-don't-do list.
I'd give myself the time to indulge in the things that I now understand are the most important.
What I wouldn't give to extend those goodnight kisses instead of moaning about having to get up early in the morning.
Oh. What I wouldn't give for an extra second of cuddling my babies before they became too big to hold.
What I wouldn't give for 5 more minutes on the dance floor while my legs were still strong enough to carry me.
And this isn't about stopping our fight for equality.
Mine was a generation who burnt their bras.
But we were never in danger of burning out.
No. This is simply about you as a human being. There's the most important word, being. Being lost in the moment.
Being at peace with the world.
Being kinder to myself.
Being kinder to others.
Being able to let go and being proud to do so.
Believe me, if I were a young woman now, I'd spend more time being.
Not doing.
Did you find that powerful?
If I were a young woman...
Sorry, let's go past that. Did you find that powerful? Yeah, I do too. One of the great things that I've had the opportunity to do is work with people from many different walks of life. You saw the introductory video. What I've learned is the power of living for the now, but also looking for the future. Many times when I talk to people about health, they kind of get that glazed over look on their face. And they wonder, why do I have to think about health now? I'm too busy thinking about money. I'm too busy thinking about business. What is the right balance to have in your life? You need energy. You focus on your personal growth. You think about mental clarity. We think about our relationships, but what level does that actually come to in your list of priorities? Health is so important in your everyday life and being the best version of yourself, but it's usually on the bottom of the list. It's something you do when you have some extra time. And what does happiness mean to your success? Does it bring an important role into your life and into your business? And how does it affect your self-esteem and self-confidence? Do all these things have anything to do with your success in your career, in your business, in your life? I believe all these things are connected, and they all make a massive difference when you use them together. Our lives and the success that we have in our lives and in our careers are all connected. And if one isn't working, it affects everything else. If we deal with stress in ways, if we have guilt because we're not doing what society or what others think we should be doing or what we want to be doing ourselves, everything affects everything. How you feel about your relationships that you're in, how you feel about the body that you're living in, not having to look like what society tells us that we should look like, but feeling good about yourself and feeling powerful within yourself. And the state of your health. When you go to that expensive corporate meeting that you're supposed to attend and you've got a headache or you don't feel very good or you're tired, does that affect the way that you perform? Do you think it makes a difference to the people that you're dealing with? All of our lives and our bodies are very similar to a car. They've got bits and pieces that all work together. But something as simple as a flat tire will make a difference to your success on getting to where it is that you want to go. But when all of these things work together, you're powerful. Powerful. There's a massive difference between seeing somebody present themselves that don't really want to be there, don't really feel good about themselves, don't really enjoy what they're talking about, and somebody who loves it, somebody who's passionate, who just beams success from their heart, not from their wallet. That's what makes the difference. And when all of these things work together, it's successful. But if you just focus on one area of your life, it never works. Never. In our lives, we have systems just like the car do. And when we work on those systems together, everything flows. I believe that there's 6 very important keys to having a better body, better health, better life, better you, better relationships, and better career. I look at nutrition as number 1, but we hear so many mixed messages about it. I should be doing this diet, I should be doing that diet. My key for nutrition is to make it simple for you. We're all unique individuals. You can't read a book and think, I should be doing the same thing as everybody else, because it just won't work for you. You have a different life, different needs. Your environment, for me, is very important. Have you ever walked into your home and thought, I don't want to be here? Got into bed beside somebody you don't want to be beside? How does that affect the way you feel about yourself? Do you think it makes a difference to the success of your career and your overall life? What about exercise? We heard some of the professional sports athletes talking about exercise and how we should be doing it. Is that the right type of exercise for you? Probably not. They dedicate their lives to that, And you've got better things to be doing because you're focused on other things. So why would you be doing the same type of exercise that they're doing? You need to find what's right for you in all areas of your life. What about detoxing and cleansing? Many, many people that I've worked with that come to me for many chronic ailments and problems, by doing something as simple as detoxing and cleansing their body, can eliminate many problems that people are dealing with in their lives. It is the key to health and wellness. Mentoring and coaching, one of my favorite. What is it about mentoring and coaching that all the most successful people on the planet know? That we cannot do it on our own. It's not a weakness to ask for help, and it's not a weakness to accept help. And that's the key. We can listen to other people's examples, we can listen to what these people are talking about, but do we incorporate that into our lives? Or we just say, yeah, that's a good idea, I listened to it, it's another thing I know, but I'm not going to do it. Working with a mentor and coach will hold you accountable, and that is the key. When you surround yourself with people who make you accountable for yourself and hold you accountable to being the best version of yourself, you are going to fly. And that's where the passion and the excitement in your own life comes in. And that is going to make a difference to your relationships, to the money you earn, to who wants to be your friend, to who wants to be in business with you, to who wants to invest with you, to who wants to be around you. When you shine and you're showing something unique and different, that's what mentoring and coaching is about. And healing is my last key. Healing comes from a combination of all these things that we've spoken about. Because when you're true to yourself, you become the best version of yourself. And you'll notice that aches, pains, headaches, depression, things like that start to just drift away. Passion is power. And passion is also health, natural healing. You are the best healer. Always looking outside for something else, for the magic pill, for the magic doctor, for the magic therapist, for the magic person that's going to make you feel better about yourself. It's not outside. It's inside. And that's where you're going to find your passion, your health, your healing, and your success. Health and holistic health is all connected. And when you use it all together and you look at yourself as a holistic being rather than I'm just a CEO or I'm just an athlete or I'm just a corporate worker, the power comes from bringing it all together. That's when you become the best version of yourself. And these 6 keys affect everything. And when you incorporate them into your life becomes magnificent. You excel in all areas of your life, not just one. It affects how effective we are at everything we do. And people judge you. Using as an example somebody that you know, is there a difference between somebody who's passionate and loves their life compared to somebody who's not really excited about the life that they're living or who they're living with or how they're doing it? Of course there is. We get judged as human beings all the time. And if you want to be a better version of yourself, you have to start being true to yourself and looking at yourself in all aspects of your life. And it does affect how much money you make. Many people here today are here because they want to earn more money. One of the things that I've been very lucky with and fortunate in my life is to work with amazing people all over the world. Now let me be clear, I'm not talking about the way people look, the size that you are. You're not supposed to look like somebody that stepped out of a GQ magazine. In fact, I've worked with many of those people and they don't even look like that. I'm talking about how you work together as a whole. Everything about you. And when everything works together, that's when you work your best. And that is your personal brand. I've had the opportunity to travel all over the world and work with some amazing people who have strived their whole life to become the best version of themselves possible. You saw in the video earlier some of the people that I've had the great privilege of working with. But many people that weren't on that video are people who you know and you've heard of, you've seen movies, on TV, sports athletes, but where are they now? They've worked their entire life to become hugely successful. They've given their everything to be the best version of themselves, only focused on one thing. I know very wealthy people who are very depressed. They're alone. They've gone through multiple marriages. They have children that they have no idea who they are, where they are. Many of these people haven't even got their health. How many people do you know that were hugely successful and wealthy? Stock market comes and wipes them out. Now they've got nothing. They haven't got their health, they haven't got their friends, they haven't got their family, they haven't got their business, and they haven't got their money, which they thought was the most important thing. Bring it back to yourself. We are not designed to fit in, even though society is always telling us to do what everybody else does. This is the way we do it. This is the way we are supposed to act. This is the way you're supposed to do it. That is not true. You were born to stand out. You were born to be different. And if you look at these exceptionally successful people, they are the way that they are because they're standing out, not because they're the same as everybody else. I challenge you to ask yourselves the difficult questions, to get within yourself, to really understand who you are and what your passion is, to become the best version of yourself, and then share that with everybody else. And that's my message to you. Look at yourself as a whole, and that's your challenge. Thank you very much for your time. And thank you to Maria for having me here at the South Summit. Now, if you want to talk about personal brand, if you haven't met Maria yet, put it on your to-do list. That is a powerful woman who shines. Just by being around her, you feel good, right? I'll take a couple of questions, I think. Have we got time for a couple of questions? 1 minute. We got any questions? Anybody interested? Come on. Yes.
Hi, Reg.
Hi there.
I'm curious about your opinion about the use of drugs to enhance your performance in the corporate environment.
What do you think I'm going to say to that, Ann? No. Across the board, no. When you find yourself in the position where you need drugs to enhance your personal power, that is a sure sign that you're not living to your own personal brand. You're not doing what makes you passionate. Right? When you're passionate about what you do, you don't need drugs. You don't need anything. And I had the opportunity to work with a lot of guys on Wall Street, worked in Hollywood a lot. Most of these people are on something, especially the Wall Street guys. And they are not happy people. So look long term while you're living for today.
Yeah, so my question was because before you were talking about not using, not so much the advice, but maybe the diets that are on books or doing things that are specific to yourself, not what everybody else does. And you were also saying about knowing how to take advice from other people and incorporating.
I missed that last part.
Yeah, taking advice from other people and incorporating it into your life. So in a way, I understand how that could work, and it also sounds a little bit in opposition to one another. So where would you draw the line?
Yeah, you draw the line on making it your own. The key is to learn from people who know what they're doing, and that comes back to mentoring and coaching. When you hire a coach, if any of you people here don't have a coach that you're working with, get one today. And find the one that matches what it is you need. What I mean by that is, for example, if you want to lose weight, you're not going to hire a fat nutritionist. If you want to earn a lot more money, you're not going to hire somebody who's driving an old beat-up car.
Why not?
Right? So, and the same thing with nutrition, exercise, whatever. Learn from the people that know what they're doing, but then make it your own. Only you live your life. Only you know what your daily strategies are. And that's what you have to incorporate in. Because as soon as you try to fit your life into somebody else's routine, you're going to fail. It's not maintainable. You may achieve it for a short period of time, but you won't maintain it long term. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And that's it. Thank you very much for your time. Enjoy the rest of the summit.